I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new block, where that day. Bitches on my line, and you know.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello students, good morning. Okay, I am Mega Wijaya Putri, your new English teacher. You can call me Miss Mega. Okay, now, how are you and which episode today? Okay, you look good. So now, do you know what will I teach you or taught you today? What is the topic that I will teach you today? You don't know? Okay, today I will teach you or taught you how to improve your reading skill with an application. And it is a novel application. Okay, so check it out. Let me to share the screen first. Yeah, this is the application. The name of this application is wattpad. You can download it in Play Store, on App Store, in your Android or in your iPhone. And then, if in the laptop or PC, you can download it, download the application, or you can open it on the web. That's there in the Chrome. Okay, when you open this application, there are many category of or genre of the story. You can choose this one, the wetty story, or fantasy, or fiction, or humor, classic, short story, horror, fiksi remaja, petualangan, vampire, spiritual, romance, or any others. Today, I will teach you about the English story, okay? Okay, the title of this story is Your Smile. We can click this one. Yeah. So, we can read first the synopsis of the story, or we can look first about the story. How many chapters of the story? In the story, we can look the chapter of the story is 6. Bab 6, chapter 6. 6 chapter, I mean. I'm so sorry. So, for look for the rate of the story, we can look to the font of the story. In the story, the font is 52 atau 52. And I think for the font in 52, the story look at good, right? Good enough. Yes. And the reader of the story is there 1.1K or 1,000. So now we can read the synopsis first. Okay, now let me to read this synopsis first, and then you can look and Anda bisa memperhatikan bagaimana cara saya mengucapkannya dan mempronunciasikan setiap kata yang ada di sini. Okay, for the synopsis, I'm not that kind of talent explorer of the mystery. The synopsis, Dion Hart, a child who is always treated by one eye by people, and also the child who has psychological mental problems. The child is also considered a deficiency of the Hart family. However, one day he met a wandering witch and made a wish to kidnap he. As a result, the wandering witch kidnapped him, and Dion will return to his original world after a certain amount of time. How is the story of the life of a Dion Hart who has adopted by a Mr. Lord? Will Dion go by the name Hart or Moretti? No one knows except the author. Interest? Let's read quickly. Okay, when you start to read the story, ketika kalian memulai untuk membaca sebuah cerita, you can read the story first. Kalian bisa baca dulu story dalam bahasa Inggrisnya, baca sinopsisnya misal. So you can look at the pronounce application or Google untuk mengetahui that the pronounce that you pronounce, that's pronunciation that you pronounce, that's true, that's right or not. You can check it first. So after that, after you know about the true or the right pronunciation, you can try it to read the story. Okay? It's okay. Let's move to the first chapter. You can click this one. Mulai membaca or start to read. Okay. The first chapter, the title of the subtitle of this first chapter is request. Okay, let me read first. Outside the palace garden, a small child with white hair, with red pupils and pale skin, was walking around the palace garden lawn. Okay, please look at me. Look at and how the way I pronounce the word. Okay. So let me continue this story. The boy looked aimless as he wandered around the palace garden. Garden. The boy just kept walking, following in his footsteps. The boy found a maple tree near the palace garden. He immediately leaned his body against the maple tree. Exhaling tightly, the boy just stared at the night sky with towering stars. As the boy was looking up at the night sky, he heard footsteps coming from within the palace garden. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of footsteps stopped in front of the child with his clear red eyes. The child saw someone in front of him. A man wearing the typical attire of a wandering wizard. Black hair with wonderful golden brown pupils. The man bent his knees and squatted in front of the child. The man only gave the child a warm smile. Kid, do you have a request? The wandering witch asked the child in front of him. The little boy was stunned. He was asked if he had a request. Of course, he had many requests. However, just as the boy was about to make his wish, the wandering witch told him the rules first. You can only ask for 3 wishes to be granted. The boy immediately fell silent. He carefully chose the wish he wanted to grant. Seeing that the boy was deep in thought, the man just chuckled softly, then spoke. Kid, you can think about it in peace. I will wait for your wishes in peace. The boy only nodded in understanding. He immediately paused for a moment. It was only then that he looked at the man in front of him. Then he immediately opened his small mouth. Please, kind of me, the boy said innocently to the man in front of him. The man looked dumbfounded. He didn't expect that the little boy in front of him was asking him to kind of him. Haven't you read out your request? The wandering witch asked the child in front of him to confirm his words. No, that's all I'm asking, said the child. The man in front of him was still silent. After a few seconds, he sighed. Okay, your wish has been granted. The wandering witch immediately left the small boy. I'm so sorry. The wandering witch immediately lifted the child's small body into his arms. The witch immediately saw the small child in his arms and asked, "What is your second wish?" The child was still silent. The child immediately opened his small mouth and said, "Please adopt me." The wandering witch was once again surprised. She immediately looked at the boy with a question mark on her face. "Why should I adopt you? Since you've kind of me, it's only natural that you should adopt me." This child, inside the wandering witch mind, he could only surrender. Because what the boy said was true, because he had kind of her. It was only natural that he should take care of her. Okay, your wish has been granted. But kid, what I'm facing is extremely dangerous. Are you sure? The boy only gave a nod indicating that he was very sure. Silence engulfed them. The child would have been dreaming of seeing the beauty of the forest immediately looked at the wandering witch. "Sir, may I know your name?" "Madeline Harms." The little boy repeated the name of the wandering witch. "Then, what's your name?" Madeline asked the child in his arms. "Ah, yes, my name is..." And the boy answer is Dion Hart. That's all for the first chapter. To continue the next chapter, you can click this one. Okay. So for the study today, I just want tell you about the first chapter. Okay. The next chapter you can read it we will read it together in the next meeting. Okay. For the homework, I want to before that you have listen about how the way that I have read and pronounce the story, and then you can practice your read skill in the home on the home. Then I will test about your read skill in next meeting. Okay, that's all. That's all for our meeting today. Goodbye and see you again. Goodbye.